let's jump into this. I'm not going to be on here very long because whew, the energy that's coming in with this full moon is really intense and it's heavy. And I'm like, dang, talk about big energy. So tomorrow I was going to have a sound therapy um, presentation, but the individual has something else going on, so won't be able to do it. But you know what? Tomorrow is going to be flipping loaded because it is a portal day. It's the blue self-existing night, and yeah, plus a full moon. So today we are in the white electric wind. Feels like it too. I activate in order to communicate banding breath, bonding breath, excuse me. I seal the input of spirit with the electrical tone of service. I am guided by the power of death. And that death energy is have, when we're letting go of things or we're going through change, and to end a cycle with something or to bring something forward, to rebirth. So this Ken is a representation of that, and it's also the color white. Uranus is the planet and the heart chakra and the earth family core. And even as you breathe telepathically, registration, registration collapse light years of meaning into single insight. Yeah, registrations collapse light years of meaning into single insight. All right, so today I've just been resting. Didn't get very much sleep last night. I was up at 2:30, and it was just up at 2:30. And then finally I fell asleep a few hours ago. Closed my eyes and I fell asleep. I was watching something on the tube on my laptop. Fell asleep. Me and a kitty cat fell asleep. So here is, if you've noticed the thumbnail that I have up there, it shows the check with the universe on it or the world on it. So here is a good sample of how you can do your check. I like to just take mine and cut it out. You can type in manifestation checks, who has them, and you can actually order them and you can fill them out. I want to say Vicky Diller. I want to say she has them on her site. I think she does. Manifesting checks. So I think she does have them. I'm not sure. But type in manifesting um, checks, and you'll get these sites where you can get your checks and make them, or they're already made out, and all you have to do is fill it out. So I like to make mine, and I call it the Source Bank of Infinite Universe. And underneath the wording of that, it says unlimited amount of currency is always flowing. Okay, so unlimited amount of currency is always flowing. I put a line here for the pay to, when you say pay to the order of, okay. Then I put the amount here. I put the date here. And then the manifestation memo, what is it for? I put it here. And then per divine universe, I put it here. Then I go and decorate it. I like to use my 7s, 887788. Then to materialize, I like to put 8898. And then it's all about attracting the money. So attracting it would be 619 space 7142 space 1841. Okay. Then I put like pyramids. I put the triangles. The triangles helps to amplify what you're doing. Okay. Then I kind of dress it up and I put a little bit of a seal on it and put some spirals in the corner, little spirals. Now you can do it on white. You can do it on gold parchment paper. That's even funner. I put it on green. I put it on purple paper. Pretty much. But today I just wanted to kind of put it on just white paper. So you make it out just like you would a check. And then you fill it in. So you think about what you're going to put here for the amount. Write it out. Then what it was for. What are you manifesting it for? Put your date. And I would put the date with your, if you're signing your name, put the date of your birth on there. Okay? That way it's tied into your astrological timing when you came onto this earth plane. Okay? So that's how I do it, and this is what you would stick in the mirror. If you actually have a real check, you still do the same thing with a real check, and put it in the mirror so that it's facing forward, and you're going to see it like this in the mirror, facing towards you, okay? Imprinting that energy towards you. So that's how you do that signature money for yourself. Just have those codes and then write something. I put a little something in the description of a little bit of a rhyme to go with the flow of the money when you're manifesting and working with that. Okay, so that's how you set that up. So tomorrow we won't have the sound bath. So when she has time, we'll line it up, and it'll be a better divine line time. This moon that's coming in is just really, oh my gosh, intense. And if you need to rest, rest. That's all I've been doing today. Totally like detached. I want to share something. And I was talking about a friend of mine's, Frankie. And when I first met her, I remember I met her during a time when we were all going into lodge. I talked about her really briefly, but I want to talk about something that was happening with her. We met at a really interesting time. We were both going into the medicine. We were both going on our path. And when I first met her, I just remember my teacher at the time says, look, I invited someone to come and be in lodge with us, and she really needs it. She's not doing well. And I said, really? So when I first saw her, she was very kind of like looking downward, and I didn't understand why. But then I saw her, and I saw how yellow her eyes were and how yellow her skin was. And I was like, oh my God. And so I said, oh my gosh, she's full-blown liver disease, hepatitis. Oh my God. So it didn't look good. She was like on the cusp of like dying. And for me, from a nursing point of view, when you see someone with really jaundiced skin and jaundiced eyes, you're like, oh, shit, shit, shit. So I was just still really new to all the lodge, going into Sweat Lodge. And I just remember she was sitting off to the side and she was kind of quiet. And I remember when I saw her, I said, she looks like a Cortandetta. She had beautiful black wavy hair, and I felt like a kinship with her, like a sisterhood type of thing. Like I knew her before. And I said, God, what is this? But I said, she looks like a Cortandetta. And I was like, I wonder, does she know she's a Cortandetta? Like, I wonder if she knows. But we started the lodge. We went in the lodge. And I remember my teacher at the time said, lodge is a powerful place to be. Lodge is where the medicine happens. Lodge is where spirit shows up. Lodge is where you shift and you heal whatever's going on. This is what Lodge is. And I remember the teacher was looking at her and she says, when you're ready to heal, you'll heal this. You can change this. You don't have to let this take you. She goes, yes, I know. And I want to heal it. She says, I'm ready to heal it. And so we go into the lodge. And I just remember sitting next to her. And it was the weirdest thing because most people would be like, oh, I don't want to get whatever she's got. But for some reason, I was just like, I need to sit next to my sister. That's all that was coming up inside of me. I don't know why I felt like that. I need to sit next to my sister. So we sat together. And we sat in West, the West door. Now, if you don't know Lodge, when you go in through the door, that's your east door. It's going to be your south, west, and then north. West is the hottest point to sit in. Okay. I would say west and south, but west is the hottest one because it's directly across from the door, directly across the rocks. You know, you get it the same way, but there's intensity in the west. It's a cleansing. It's a deeper cleansing in the west. So we both sat in the west. And the song started, the prayer started. And I just remember when we got to the women's round, the third round, and we were just in that space. We were just singing, I love you too. Jamon, I love you too. We were singing the healing songs. And I reached out my hand and she grabbed hold of it. She says, something's happening to me. I go, let go. Don't be afraid, just let go. Let go. And she let go, she cried, she purged, and she just let go. After that lodge was done, and we all came out, she says, I feel different. I noticed that her eyes were lighter. And so after we left and everything, we met up 3 days later, back up on the land. Her skin was no longer jaundiced. Her eyes were no longer jaundiced. She had a glow upon her. And I remember she brought a giveaway for my teacher. And she says, you know, I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me to the sweat lodge. I didn't know what I was stepping into because I'd never been to one. But I'm so grateful that I went to this lodge because I got my healing. And we all looked at her and said, like, hell yeah, you did. And she just looked glowing. And it looked like from that point on, when she went through that, her life just changed. She stepped more into the magical part of herself. She became more inspired to just do what she needed to do and keep her family safe. And she was done with the husband that wasn't, being there, wasn't being the warrior. She was done. And she stood in her power. So, first, when we're going through timelines, when we look through these timelines, it brings up things, a glimpse of the past, something, a glitch or somebody you remember. And it's kind of like, wow, I wonder where she is in the world. I hope she's doing well. And it was just fluky things that happened on the last move she had to do. There was some weird stuff that happened. And she said, I'll get in contact with you as soon as I find out where I'm going to land again. And I'm like, okay, you're pulling the gypsy. I got it. So she went ahead and did her thing. And I was just like, wow. Sometimes when we meet people, we meet them right at the right point in our lives. And there's a kinship there while you're meeting them. And I have beautiful people that I've met in my life that are kin to my soul. I've been with them before in another lifetime. And when they leave out of your space in your present life, it's kind of hard. It's like this part of you that you're missing. You wonder where they are, or if they crossed over, or, you miss that connection. You miss that. And so the day when I talked about her on here, I just remember when I looked at her and I said, she looks like a curandera. And what was so cool about it is she embraced her medicine. She embraced knowledge of plant medicine. She embraced magic, being able to create sacred space and do that. And I thought that was really cool. She was able to do that. So, I brought her name up a few days ago, and I really didn't tell you guys this full story, how we really met. We met at the lodge, but why was she really at the lodge? She was there to heal. In the days to come, when the frequency and the squeezing of this universe of what we're moving through right now is finally going to hit that high point and be done, lodge is going to be needed. Gatherings of ancient ways of the divine feminine is going to be needed. This is a time where medicine needs to be passed down in order to keep it going. This is not the time where all of us sit back on medicine and you just keep it. I get keep it safe, yeah, because there's just some people out there just being tacky, dipping their hands in all kind of stuff and don't need to be doing that because they don't respect the medicine. They're too busy collecting medicine. So, and don't use the medicine properly. Let me put it that way. So, there's going to be time coming up that we have to be in sacred space together and be in that time of energy of healing together. Women's medicine, men's medicine. It's all about union. Divine union of the divine feminine and divine masculine energy is so much needed to restore the balance. Everything's out of balance. Until we can restore the balance. So yes, this is your currency check. How do you want your check to be when you write it out? And sit with it. You can also take this, put it on your altar, put a nice big generator crystal right dab and smack in the middle of it. And then you can also put a white tea light candle in a container and burn a candle on top of it once you decide what amount that you would like to attract, that you would like to magnetize. Okay, that you would like to magnetize. But I just wanted to hop on here really quick and give a little something of info on that. And I'm going to close out with da, 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 who wants to say something? So yeah, I just been quiet today. Passed out, sleeping. Couldn't get my sleep last night. Been up since 2:30. Sucks. Sucks to be up at 2:30 in the morning. All right. So the light language for today. Hi, Grace. Yes. What is our light language? Can't make this stuff up. Okay, I said light language, right? What do I pull? Read it and wait, people. Divine union. Do you see how many cards this is? Do you see how thick this is? Okay, you see how thick this is? And all I'm doing is just doing this. I'm like, I'm just going to pull this one. Pull it. That's all I do. And sure enough, divine union. This is the Palladians expanding. Well, let's just go ahead and take a look at what this is. It's the divine union. Oh my God. That's like the universe saying, we're aligned with you. You're aligned with us. I love it. Love when it's on point like that. Okay, divine union. My divine union is my love connecting all life. Become whole within yourself so that your interactions and your creations are nurtured in your divine love. Choose with the balance of future creation and the present moment. See the sacredness of the interaction when you feel supported with honesty, enjoyment, and connection. So, that's beautiful. I like that. Okay, we're going to do What Have We Forgotten? And we're going to really align ourselves with that moon. Now, keep in mind tomorrow I will come on. It will be about that moon because it's a portal moon. So it's going to amplify. Not to mention that it's supposed to be a super moon. Okay, so it's supposed to be closer. So it's probably going to look like some big giant ball of light sitting out there. So everything's going to be magnetized tomorrow. Just know that. Oh, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? You're going to love this. I love these cards. Open doors. Look how pretty that is. This looks like a beautiful portal. Stargate. This is a Stargate. And by the way, there are so many Stargates on this planet that you could be walking and you would see something that just kind of stands out that shouldn't be there, that doesn't fit in. That's a Stargate. Look at this. I love that. That's beautiful. Open doors. That's number 54. So that 5 and that 4 makes a 9, and that's all about completion. The road to Narya, for it is the wonderland. And here it'll ask you the side effort of continues to practice is that new pathway doors and rabbit holes open all the time. As a result of all of these open doors, you're likely going to have lots more adventures. So when we go into those sacred doors, make sure that it feels aligned. Be aware of what doors you go through. Because sometimes some doors are trickery. Okay, got to be aware of that. And our last one, of course, you know I have to do it. I have to do the crystal grid. These are thick ones too. What do we need to prepare ourselves with? So we're going to feel that moon energy a lot more tonight. And let's see what I got now. Strength. Oh, got the diamond again. Shoot. What's with the diamond? We got the diamond energy again. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Interesting. So strength, shining, influence. Diamond, rose quartz, and quartz. So get your diamonds and work with the rose quartz so that you build that inner radiant love energy with yourself. And this is a time to go through, do those medicine baths, those salt baths, get cleaned up, and then mist the body with some beautiful oils and sprays, mist the bed, and make sure your bed is in check. Make sure your space is in check. Okay? All right, lovelies. My apologies. I am just going to go lay back down and get some more rest because I am just processing and moving through, and there's a lot of things that I'm feeling and sensing and seeing. And I'm just sitting there going, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so increase that water and be good to yourselves and have fun with your checks. Making your checks, however you want to design them. Source Bank of Infinite Universe. Unlimited amount of currency is always flowing. So enjoy your checks and make them work for you. You know, really do. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Much love. I will see you tomorrow for the full moon. Let's see what comes up, what we're going to do for that. You're welcome. Keep it short and cute. Get your rest. It's okay. Just get your rest. Rest yourself. Drink lots of water. All right. Be good to yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow.